All right. So before we start, any of you have any issues or doubt after watching that previous video I have shared in the group, or any other doubts regarding this job role or anything?
No any other doubts. Like I went through both of the videos, so I just got to know like how we should talk to our clients when we are getting projects. So like when they are telling the requirements, we should tell the story like what we should do for them, right?
Yeah.
So that I understood.
All right.
My only doubt is like how we should approach the clients. Like, is there a marketing team with this company, or like is that something that we have to do from our side?
Okay. So let me explain that part. So you have,
Yeah.
yeah. So since you all are business executives, so our expectation you to deal from the client from your side. So if you can reach, you can use any
Mm-hmm.
platform, any tools, or any technology, any way you want. But we
Mm-hmm.
expecting you to communicate, deal with the client directly. Okay, you can find anywhere, any client from anywhere else. Okay, anytime you can work, so these all are flexible. So just, yeah, simply said, just bring us client in any way, that's it. So if
Uh,
you, yeah, if you want,
so like
yeah, go ahead.
we had to use the company name, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and do we have any portfolios to show our clients so we can direct them to our website, correct?
Yeah, you can refer our website. If you want portfolio, we can share with that as well. So you can ask that request in the group, okay, in the WhatsApp group itself. So
Okay.
yeah, you can ask if you want any portfolio or any other details. I can We can share with that with you. And so already, yeah, a company website also you can use. And
Mm-hmm.
we can share the details. If you want anything else, let us know, then we can provide that. Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Any
So,
other?
like, do we have marketing collateral also, like any social media post or like anything that drives attention to the customers, like, or else that we can use from our end using the company name?
This is the thing. So you can use your own, and at the same time, we have social media person who deal with all the social media. So you
Okay.
can we can share that all the whatever the requested social media links with you, and you can
Mm-hmm.
share those posts, or you can create your own, or it's up to you. So if we let
Okay.
yeah, you can ask that as well. Then yeah, anyhow, I will share those details in the group. So
Mm-hmm.
you want the portfolio and the social media, right? Okay, we will
Yeah,
share.
yeah, because like anyway, we have to work with the marketing team, right? Because like reaching out to the client and getting them into the track that our job role is to do, but like we haven't target audience, right? So to reach them, like I just had a doubt, like how are we going to do that, or like
All
so
right.
when we meeting the customer, like when we have a customer, we can like put them on the track and get the projects. But like the initiating the thing, so I think it's like blending with the marketing thing because they have to see our portfolios and the works we have done before and the
Mm-hmm.
company background and everything, right?
Yeah,
So
sure.
that was my biggest doubt.
All right, all
Yeah.
right. So we will do the so we will share the portfolio and all the social media link with you. Then you can
Yeah.
share those posts with the client if you want.
Yeah.
And also we have some other proposals and project ideas and our
Mm-hmm.
existing system. So we will provide that as well. So we have an HRM system. So
Okay.
that will be a demo link as well. So you can share that link with the credential. They can use it. So based on that also they can get some idea. So we will provide
Mm-hmm.
all the details. Yeah, I will share that. If I miss, remind me in the group, and then I will send it. Okay. Okay.
Okay, cool.
All
That
right.
works.
All right. Any other doubts? Anyone?
That's it uh,
All right.
for now.
Okay. So I, yeah, let's me I there are some points I supposed to discuss with you all. And I hope Senal shared a document, Word document, sorry, Google Docs that contain the key points for business executives.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So those are the points you need to consider when you looking for clients. So
Mhm.
yeah, our main goal expectation is bringing client from anywhere, especially from the foreign, local also fine. So these are the main criteria. So it will be 3 month probation, and those conditions mentioned in that key points documentation. So that's it. So he in this session I will mainly explain about how you can reach the client, what are the things you need to do, and the technical part I have shared in the previous recording. So how the what are how full stack web development is, what are the technical
Yeah.
terms, yeah.
Definitely.
So those things that's kind of optional thing. That means you don't want to speak much technically with the client. So because our
Yeah,
expectation,
that's for our understanding, right? That
yeah,
we
yeah,
should know what
yeah,
projects that we are receiving. So
yeah,
that, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's
Yeah, that's why I shared that as well, because here we don't need to have a more technical person, or because you guys are talking going to talk with the people, mostly the business people. They won't be
yeah.
a technical expert, right? So therefore I just
Yes.
gave those resources to understand the workflows and technologies, what are the trending things like that. So anyhow
Yeah,
now
yeah, that
the, yeah,
helps.
resources are open, so you can use any AI tools to learn any technologies. So if it's simply, so the additional option, let's see, if you want to learn about basic overall idea about the full stack web development. If you just simply,
Okay.
you can use ChatGPT or Perplexity AI to just give me a overall idea regarding the full stack development, then you obviously you can get that. So that's additional. But in here, as a business executive, so there are three key points we need to consider. Okay, so technical part is optional and additional, but these are, there are main three approaches, and main three things are there to deal with the client. First thing, so I hope you will reach the client with proposals or portfolios or a website or existing systems or any other details, right? So you will reach.
Mm.
And first, how you deal with them. So you will go to know what kind of requirement they have, right? So
Yeah.
that's how it happens. So mostly we can't expect that customer very clear about the requirement. Most of the
Yeah.
customers,
Correct.
they don't know what they want actually. That's the biggest problem. They will have
Yeah,
an,
they
yeah,
like coming with a two-line or three-line sentence, and
yeah,
then we
yeah,
have to give them the brief and the
yeah, yeah.
proposal idea.
Yes, that's the thing. So they also don't know what they want, first issue. And also sometimes they know the partial requirement. They also don't
Mm.
know what will be the end. So they miss one part and say, for an example, I want to, they will tell, come and tell, I want a ticketing system. So customer
Mm-mm.
can request. But they will tell that there will be a mobile app. They won't tell there will be a mobile app or a pin panel, or they just simply say I can able to create a ticket and assign to someone. There are three user role will be there. Mobile app will be there to assign someone. In creating a task, there will be a web admin panel, and those kind
Yeah.
of thing. They might not have an idea, but we need to tell them, no, yeah, I got your idea. This is how it happens. Like that, we need to tell them. Then only they will realize. Oh, okay, okay, we can't magically create these stuff. So there are some other backend things and some other stuff we need to have. So that's the
Yeah.
main thing. So customer most of the time don't have clear idea what they want. And some customers may be a technical background persons, like there might be a CEO of their company. They might need a HRM system, or
Mm-hmm.
directors or someone, so they might have idea. So if you say simply, we have an HRM system, these are the features, then they will say, okay, okay, these features are fine, so we might need these features, will you able to provide this. Then in those approach we can reach them. Okay, our main goal and main targeted people are people coming from the startup and without good technical knowledge or any um, IT stuff or something like that. So that's the thing. So because normally what they have is they have a problem only, right?
Yeah,
So they,
understood it.
yeah, they will have a problem or requirement. We just need to provide a solution for them. Then we can do a business there. So mostly there are three main things. One is we need to understand the requirement. So when they have a problem or requirement, so first we need to understand the requirement or problem. Based on that, we need to provide, we have a system or we can create a system that can give you that can resolve your problem. At the same time, there are some benefits. So when you use this system, you will get these kind of benefits. So you can reduce
Mm.
these kind of issues that you are having right now, and you can overcome the problem that you are facing right now. So in this way, first we need to convince them to go for a system. Most of the time they might use a manual system. Then only they will need to
Mhm.
have a, they have only have idea. Most of the time I am having a system or workflow that I am doing manually. So when we do manually, there are a lot of issues, right? Handling issues and error, human errors, time, it takes more time, the storage issues, lagging, all those things, and forgery. There are a lot of issues they might face, right? They will understood by looking the around world and IT industry and all. They might see or someone suggests or likewise they have also come up with
Mhm.
so much of confusion. So what they will say, they will understood something. They also not sure about going for the system 100%. They might try. They will reach us to try what they, it can be a benefit for them, or they also not sure. Because that is one point we need to consider, because they also not sure, no. So then we need to make sure them to go for a system. We need to convince them. That is one of the main key thing. If they are ready to go for a
So,
system only, then
mm,
we can suggest a system, and we can suggest our system, and we can do a business there. If they are not ready to go for a system, then no point of dealing with them, right? So first they might have a issue or problem or requirement. First we need to understand their requirement clearly. You can ask some question when they are telling a requirement, this what do you want, this is correct or like that. First you have to
okay,
understand their
I
requirement.
have one question. Like, okay, so when clients are reaching out to us and we are giving them an idea and we are telling a story like how we are going to do their system, right?
Hmm.
So, like, but if they are getting an idea from us and not dealing with the business, or like just taking the idea and going, is
Hmm.
there a scope like we can catch
Yeah,
them or like?
yeah, that I will explain. Okay, remind me, I miss. Okay, if I miss,
Okay.
remind me. Okay, let's see. So when they tell the requirement, you clearly ask, listen to them and understand the requirement. Once you understand the requirement, you need to tell the benefits of using this system, and make sure them to convince to go for a system. Okay, you can tell the advantages, benefits, how they can improve their business, how can they increase their customers, how can do promote their business or product or services. So these way we can tell, right? So normally when doing a manual system and automation system, there are a lot of benefits, right? Except
Yeah.
for, yeah. So then by use telling these benefits, first we make sure to convince them to go for a system. That is one point, first point. Okay,
Hmm.
that is the one.
So
And
by telling that what are the struggles they will be facing with the manual system, so we can suggest them the
yeah,
software or web application, whatever they like.
yeah, in a system, a software system. First you simply you can take the issues from their words as well. So while they informing while they telling the requirement, they might tell these are the issues I'm facing, these kind of things I am troubling, so I need a solution for this, like that. So based on
Okay.
their requirement, based on their problem, we need to tell a solution. So they might say
Mm-hmm.
that some my staffs are misusing my resources, or they are for an example, so I have for an example, if client says I'm having a shop, in my shop, I have seen that some products are missing, so you can sell, we can go for a POS system with the QR based. So you can
Yeah.
simply you have a QR on each and every product, and you can simply scan that QR code and insert to the system, and you can simply monitoring the all the production quantity and inventory management, and you can avoid that
Mm-hmm.
stealing or theft issues. Yeah, in
Yeah.
that way, same way what they say, we can return in a system. That's it. So
Correct.
first part, convincing customer to go for a system. Okay, let's see,
Mm-hmm.
now they are ready to go for a system. Then second part is, so now they are ready to go for a system. Now in it's
Yeah.
our goal is to convince them to go for our system. They are ready to go for a
Mm-hmm.
system. They might, there are a lot of people from the all of the world, there might many people, they are ready to provide their solution for this system, for their problem, but we need to convince them to go for our system, for us, with us. Okay, that is the second part. This is the place where we need to because most of the client, mostly or 50%, let's assume, they might have a ready, they might have a plan to go for a system, but we need to convince them to use our system to deal with us. So that is the second part we call as storytelling. So simply,
Mm.
so that part I have already explained in that previous recording as well. So
Yeah.
storytelling means, simple term means, explain something or convince them people to react on our words. So that's the storytelling. So we need to tell a story without a long technical part or high tech, without a low level technical details, by using a simple term and a real world examples, and using a simple problem solving approaches, and we need to tell a story based on their requirement. We need to tell a story to
Okay.
convince them. Okay, I will tell after the, I will tell in a while how we can tell a story. Okay, let's see, now we have convinced them to go for a system, and we told a story, a story to use our system. Now, based on your story, what you told, they will ask some questions. Mostly, they will ask many questions. We need to
Mm-hmm.
respond, answer this question to make sure that they choose a right place, right people, or right providers. Okay, so make sure them to believe us. So that is the third part. So they will ask so many questions after our story. We can tell something blah blah, and these things happen like that. That one also possible, but practically whether that is possible or not, they will ask some questions. So we should be able to answer those questions as well. Okay, that is the third part. So we should make sure that the storytelling, what we are telling in a technical or story, that should be true, that can be happen. So that is should match the requirement, and the possible, it should be possible in the real world. Okay, so third part, they will ask questions. So why we can't do, so based on your story, they will ask, why can't we use this, why can we use that, what can we do instead of that, how can we why we need to use a mobile app over web applications. Likewise, they will ask questions, those, therefore we need to answer that question. So there are three main parts. First is convince them to go for a system. Second one is telling a story for a system, and convince them to use work with us. Third part is based on the storytelling. We need to answer the question. Okay, so this is the thing. So now I will now I will explain all of these three part with an example scenario. Okay, so any doubts
Okay.
up to now?
No, I have one doubt. Like, if they are using a complete manual system, we can suggest them a new system, right? What if they are like asking us to upgrade their current system? Like, if they are already using a web application or standalone system and they need some upgrades to that. So are we doing that?
Yeah, that as well. So we can go upgrading a system or totally replacing a new system. Anything we can
Mm-hmm.
do. Yeah, initial step you
Okay.
can tell based on their requirement. Sometime uh, creating a new system better than upgrading a system, because if they might use a very old and poor
Yeah.
designed system, then we, even though we upgrade it to some standard, there
Then
might
we
be
have
issue.
to convince them to replace their
No,
system
no, no. We
completely.
don't need to convince. We can
Mm-hmm.
tell. So there are two options. So this is come to a technical part. No, then you can tell.
Yeah.
So we can go. We can pass a requirement to our technical team. Based
Mm-hmm.
after that, so if you okay with us, then we can have a discussion with the technical team whether we are going for a new system or upgrading existing system. There might be two possibilities, right? Sometimes if they have a well designed and recent or latest technologies, then we have no issues to upgrade that is the best option in that situation. But if they have
Mm-hmm.
very old system with a very poor design and old technologies, then even though we upgrade, there might be issues and we can't reach some level. So it depends of that kind of situation. So first we complete the first part, then it comes to the second stage. No, then we can tell.
Yeah.
You can simply tell. We can have a discussion with the technical team. Please let us know your availability or time to have a meeting. Then we discuss that point in the meeting. Okay.
Okay.
So then they that point they already agreed to deal with us. No, so
Mm-hmm.
that is second part. All right. So second stage. All right. So now I will tell three main part of the business execution points. So any other doubts before start?
No.
All right. Okay. Let's think. Do you have any of you have any problems or requirement or problem scenario to discuss this point? That will be great. So if you give me a requirement, then I can tell these three things to explain that scenario, then that will be great. Any idea? any any
Yeah,
problem?
like so as a requirement I can tell so imagine I'm a client, so I'm just requesting something from you.
Mm-hmm.
So we need a we need a system or like an application that need to order medicines online.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so this is how client will tell the requirement. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, so you want to order medicines, so is there any
Yes.
regional limitations, or do you want to order the medicine for all over the Sri Lanka, or how it will be?
Yeah. As a first stage, we have regional limitations. For example, if we are taking a central province, we will be covering one or two district as a startup.
All right. Okay, any specific hospitals, or you want to deal with any laboratory or like that, or it's open for any medical shop or pharmacies?
And no, it's open for any medical shop.
Okay, all right. So a customer can order medicine to their home at the same
Hmm.
time. So okay, let's see. Okay, so a customer can order the medicine to their home at the same time. There will be a place where each medical or shop or pharmacies can add their product into this website, right? So
Correct.
that's how it works, no? All right. So okay, since you have your own requirements in this kind of, when we go for this system, there are a lot of better benefits we can get. So we don't need to visit pharmacies or medical shop
Hmm.
always, and especially for a pandemic situation, this would be very great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in emergency situation, if we are alone at home or if we can't reach the place, and through a delivery service we can reach our medicine at home, that will another
Hmm.
advantage. And we can simply contact the doctor online, and we can get the online prescription, and we can simply upload this to a system, and we can get the medicines without leaving our home. So all these
Yeah.
systems, because already we have e-channeling and
But this part is doesn't have that online
yeah,
doctors
yeah,
like
yeah.
we have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's I'm telling. So we have that options now. So this
Yeah.
one will be along with that. We can get a benefit when we have this kind of a system. So we have
Mm-hmm.
already have a prescription with us. We can simply
Okay.
take the medicine through this system. So there are a lot of benefits we can get, and we can have a subscription based users, and daily is for an example diabetes or heart patients. Those people they need to have the medicines frequently, so we can get some uh, packages or discount for them since they are getting the medicines frequently. So these options we can provide with our system to engage the people
Okay.
with us.
So the system can recognize the doctor's prescription that handwritten
Yes, yeah, that I will. Yeah, that there we can use AI modeling or some other
image
recognition. Yeah,
recognition. Okay.
image recognitions to understand the requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Then based on the, it will check for the valid letterhead and the doctor signatures and the date, and then it will check for the content. And they if
Okay. Do we have any limitations for the medicines input? Like, what are the medicines that we are going to feed to our database?
yeah.
Do we have any
Yeah,
limitations?
as per the medical council restriction, some medicines
Mm.
we can't deliver at the normal pharmacy as well. There are some limitation. We can
Okay.
follow that. We can request the pharmacies when they are uploading medicines detail in the terms and
Yeah.
conditions itself. We can simply define according to the SLMC, Sri Lankan Medical Council, and the pharmacy authorities. These are the medicines, and as usual medical pharmacy limitation, you should provide the medicines. Unwanted and the blacklisted medicines or those things, you are not allowed to share this in the system. So we can have a
Okay.
monitoring team as well if we want. So we
Mm-hmm.
can add some pharmacists or doctors, so medical counselors to review our system. Then that can be also another thing we can do, because since it's a open one, so anyone can check if they see any medicine that harmful or in prohibited by Sri Lankan government. So we can report that as well. So we can have those features under the support. So let me
Okay.
tell.
So do we have a, feature like, or do we can we include a feature like this prescription uploaded by the customer is from the doctor? That will the system confirm? Because like even we can handwritten the medicine and upload, right?
Yeah, that's why I said initially. So we can have a letterhead and a proper letterhead and
Mm-hmm.
signature of doctor, because normally when we bring a physical prescription to a pharmacy also, we might write it right, but based on
Yes.
some criteria only, they also verifying it. They will check for
Mm-hmm.
some doctor registrations and the usual doctor prescription they provide in the online mostly acceptable. So in the same way it can be. So nowadays through the online doctors and the doc 99 services and e-channeling, so they also getting the prescription through the online. So through their mobile they are showing it to the pharmacies and they are getting the medicines. Same approach we can link to this system. Okay, the same
Okay.
PDF or picture or PNG image file will be uploaded to our system that can be used.
Okay. Got it.
So at
So
this,
the delivery ratio, right? So are we using third party deliveries or like?
yeah, so it's since we interconnect with since you mentioned that there are limitation in regional part, so you can have
Mm.
a own staff, or if you have a delivery
Okay.
partner or if you have own staff, you can utilize that. So based on that, sometime, so some customers can request to come and pick up option as well. Sometimes they are doing some other works while I am returning home without waiting in a queue or waiting for a long time. So they can make an order online. We have option to pick up as well. so they can simply come and pick up.
Mhm.
So that option also we can provide. So let me tell a story like this. So first of all, a customer, usually end user, can simply register to our system using their contact details like mobile number, email address, mail address, their local location, and other details. We can They can register that. Other, since it's a pharmacy related application, they can enter insert the any specific diseases if they have. Let's see, if they have diabetes or heart patient or anything like that, they can include that as well as a optional. Okay, we can't expect any diseases from everyone to have it every time, no. So that kind of registration we can have. Once they register, so that is the user end user registration. Most recommended one is mobile application. So once they
Mhm.
register through the mobile application, they can see all the pharmacy and the medicine under the each pharmacies. There might be
Mhm.
we can have option to search for the diseases like diabetes or heart patients or with asthma, like that we can have option to search for the diseases by or location based pharmacy, since we have regional limitations. So in we have so many filtering and search option to find the medicines. So we can search
So,
for the medicine.
what if like a person who is not up to date, or like someone is old age using the system, and like they don't know how to filter, or like they don't know how to search for the categories. So, what kind of features we can include for that? For example, I'm suggesting like after we log into the system, we just uploading this subscription and sorry medicine that doctor wrote, and then the system suggesting nearby pharmacies for the customer by targeting their current location.
Yeah, yeah. So based on the given location, we can show nearest pharmacies. At the same time, they need to have an idea to search for particular medicine, no? So we can
Mm.
sometime based on the, so since they provide the disease for in the registration time, that's why I mentioned. So they can specifically mention the disease as well. Based on those details, also they can see some suggestions. So common diabetes medicines, general so frequent orders like that, they can see some options, they can select that as well. Okay, so once they registered and they can find they can, through the system they can find the medicines or pharmacy, they can make a request for particular medicine by uploading the prescription.
Okay.
Some basic level medicine that we don't need to use prescription for vitamin C like that. So bandage or something like that, so they can directly request. When the pharmacist, when they uploading the medicine itself, they can define whether this is required a prescription or not. That's usual practice.
Mhm.
Okay, so once they can upload the prescription, since their details are already in the system, so they have their address and contact details are there. So simply they can register, simply they can request for a medicine. Once they requested, in the admin panel, so where is the web application handling, so it will be a most recommended one is web application. They are
Okay.
so the admin people can see that there is a request from a customer. They can verify that prescription and the medical request, and uh, they will approve it and request for the based on the customer requirement. For some might be they may be pick the come and pick up option or delivery option. So
Okay.
after that, they will, if they come and pick up, then they will do the arrangement accordingly, or else they can arrange for the delivery as well. Payment we can
Okay,
do
we can
online method.
include a payment
Yeah,
gateway, right?
yeah. Payment gateway we can use online payment method, so that can be, or home delivery. So then they providing cash on delivery as well. So there might
Okay.
be two options. So as usual, delivery savings we are doing Uber or Uber Eats or Pick Me like that. So in Sri Lankan people now have some
Mm-hmm.
experience using this kind of system, so we they are, this will be an advantage since medical, comparing the food order, medical request less, so we can use internal staff or some, we can go with those Pick Me or Uber also integrate with our system if they want, if we have that option as well, so they can also do ordering system with us, or else we can use
Okay.
other third party delivery system or internal stuff. So
Okay.
based on this
So,
can be done at
okay.
this, yeah.
So, when customer is looking for a medicine and they have selected one pharmacy, and if that medicine is not available in that pharmacy, so what we are going to suggest
Yeah,
in the
so
system?
normally when they search for medicine, we will suggest
Mm.
all the pharmacies with that medicine.
Ah,
Yes.
okay, that's great.
And also it will only suggest if the medicine is available there at the moment.
Okay,
If that
so
is not
that's we are doing
available,
from the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah, we from the backend itself we will filter. So in the
Mm-hmm.
admin panel itself, if the medicine comes to a low level, low stock, or when they it come to the low stock, automatically they will notify that this particular medicine is low stock, then they will fill it, or if that is not available at that moment, they will close it, then customer won't get notified about that. So when you search for that medicine, if that particular medicine exists only in the particular pharmacy, only it will list out that pharmacy, then they can, without any issue, they can proceed with that. So this is how it works.
Okay, so when customer is making a request, how the pharmacists are going to get notifications?
Yeah, since it's a staff, right? So normally our staff, some staff, internal staff, so who is the doing
Yeah.
this system, the vendor will have staffs to use this system. So they will, from the admin panel, they will have the notification regarding the request, because they are staff, they supposed to be on the system always, right? Because we paid for them, but customer we
Yeah,
can't
like for
expect that.
example, if like when we are deploying this system, for example, we are going to introduce this system for those pharmacies, right? So that pharmacy should have our system, correct?
Yeah, that's what I will explain. So there are
Yeah,
main things. So there will be a super admin access and the admin access. So
admin access.
yeah,
Okay,
super admin access is a person who dealing this system, a vendor.
system.
Yeah.
Hmm.
For example, you are asking this system. You are the vendor and you have sorry, super admin access.
Super admin.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
will handle the creating the categories and all this stuff and maintaining all the stuff. At the same time, admins are the pharmacies, so we have registered
Hmm.
pharmacies under us, so they can able to register the medicines. And normally pharmacies they have 24 by 7 service or 18 hours service. Based on their open close time only, we can list out the pharmacies. So then they more
Okay.
obviously when request time, they might be there. So then based on that they will make the order. This is how it will be.
So okay, this application is going to have a three side, right? Then super admin, admin, and then the end user,
Normal user, yeah, end
who's
user.
going to be the
Yeah,
client. Okay.
yeah. So at the same time, so that is the one advantage. So the pharmacies can upload their medicines, and they can mention the open and close time. That
Mm-hmm.
also can be filtered when we search. And other points are, yeah, normally they can have access to update their quantity and add new product, like that options also we provide. And super admin can manage all the end users, the pharmacists as well, if they
Yeah,
any, yeah.
okay. Mm. Got it.
All right, so this is how we can have work. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, this is how we need to convince the customer. So we should think
Okay.
when the customers tell a story, or when the customer tell a requirement or problem, first we need to imagine. So that imagination and the creative part we need to increase. We need to develop by ourselves. Okay, customer
Okay.
just tell us one line. I need to order medicine online. That's it. They won't tell anything
Yes.
else, and they don't know what they want else. When we tell a
Correct.
story only, based on that story, you ask some questions, right? The same way they will ask why we use, what are the
Okay.
features we can have when this situation, what we have to do. Do you have this kind of features? Likewise, they will ask. We should imagine and need to tell. But if you have two more options, also you can suggest. Either we can go with this or
Yeah, and
this. Yeah.
sometimes they will go out of the scope and ask, right? Like if this feature is doable or like. So that time we can tell we will check with the technical
Yeah,
team
yeah.
and
If you, yeah.
inform you that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can tell that, so we can discuss with our technical team these kind of stuff. Mostly the scope, they might have a different scope sometimes. You may see now
Hmm.
when they say, yeah, tell. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the thing. So we need to first they convince them to do a system, go for a system, and telling a story to convince them to go with us and answer the question based on their question, their story. Okay, these are the main 3 points. And if you may notice that I didn't use any technical word. That is a one important key point.
Yeah.
Without using any technical word, we need to be able to convince them. Let's see, if you talk like we can use ASP.NET Core Web API with entity framework or with SQL Server database, and model first approach, and Angular front end with the latest TypeScript, then they they will confuse, and
Run.
they might not have any idea what they are talking, right?
Yeah.
So these things we never do. So we can discuss after ending point. That means the after the
But what
proposal.
if a customer comes with the clear technology
Yeah,
knowledge
then
and
yeah,
they are requesting some frameworks specifically?
yeah, then we can open for any technologies, and at the same time you can tell. So let's see, they are coming for a technical expectation. You can tell. Yeah, we can have a discussion with the technical team. You can tell your opinions
Oh,
and technical aspect. Then they will guide what can be done and what are the best options. Sometimes they might have a technical idea that may be old one or not suitable for all the application, because they might use a one technical technology for some other project. So then
mm-hmm.
since they were happy with that, they fix with that technology, they are trying to use that technology on all the project. That cannot be happen, right? So
Got it.
some project, even though, let's see, we use Flutter for mobile application. That's a hybrid approach. That means we can develop mobile iOS application and the Android application at the same time you using Flutter. So we write
Mm-hmm.
one
Got it.
code
Okay.
base, then that can be converted into the both iOS and Android app. But
Okay.
some kind of application we need to have a root level access. That means that application should work mostly close to the hardware. So
Hardware. Okay.
some banking applications or something, we need to have root level access and more accuracy than the normal application. So HRM mobile application, we don't need that much of system, right? But when we think about the banking system or something like that, we need to have root level access and very it should closely work with the hardware. That kind of
Mm-hmm.
system, that kind of scenario, we never use hybrid approach. We use platform dependent code. That means,
Platform dependent. Yeah.
yeah,
Got it.
for iOS we use Swift, for Android we
Swift.
use
Okay.
Kotlin,
Android
Android
Studio.
Studio, yeah. So
Yeah.
Java. So these things we need to discuss when we have a sometime. If you have idea, when you see that requirement is more close to the hardware, it should have more mobile application, mobile access, root access, hardware configs. IoT related stuff, we need to go with the platform one.
Platform
Yeah,
dependent.
yeah,
Yeah.
dependent one. So this is how.
Okay.
Sometimes if you don't have that much idea, you can tell. They also
Mm-hmm.
know. They also know that you are business executive, no? So you don't. You are
Yeah.
not a software developer or architect. So you can tell. We can discuss these things, these points with the client. Sorry, with our technical team. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then they will obviously understand the
Okay.
situation. Any other doubts?
No, that's it from my end.
All right. Okay. Any question from anyone? Okay.
Mm,
So this is the thing. So we have shared the key points and the previous recording that contain the technical part as well, mostly. And so today I explained the business storytelling and convince the business and the question and answer session. So based on all these resources, anyone can start this job. So you can do the business. You can find a new client. So if you need any clarification or resources, you can ask in the group, then we will provide.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any other things, any other issues or queries, or anything you want to
No,
clarify?
not for now. Like,
Okay.
if I come across anything, I'll just drop a message in the group.
Okay, because why we are recommending to do in a group means the same doubts others also might have. Okay, so
Yeah.
when you ask, we explain, then others also get to know. Okay,
Correct.
right.
Okay.
All
So, by
right.
the way, I have joined from a different email that was not my personal email, and my name is Anisha. So, in case
Okay.
if you don't know, like, who joined the call.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay. No
Okay.
problem. So yeah, you are the one message me morning, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's it. So we will share this recording as well, so you can rewatch if you want. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So request, please mention what are the things you want. Then we will provide
Mhm.
that in the WhatsApp group. All right,
Okay,
guys.
sure.
Yeah, that's all. So yeah, please, thanks for joining. So we will share the necessary information in the group, so you all can start working now. Okay.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
thanks for
Thank you,
joining.
Akib.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Great.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Hamad. Thank you so much for
Okay.
the
Thank you.
sessions. It's
Uh,
also really
okay.
good. We'll catch up. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.